Good morning. My face all crusty. I just woke up and then I started sweating. It's just like so much crust. I don't know what the hell's going on anymore. But I logged on here this morning. It's such a beautiful day outside. And I'm actually talking to a friend of mine. And it really reminded me of the things that I had went through with like my ex-boyfriend, and not even that he was a boyfriend, but just the way that people treat you. And she was like, why does it seem like people can get away with stuff, and why does it seem like, I don't, or I have to go through things? And I said, it's because you didn't put them in their place yet. And I feel like we have this misconception of God, that God's supposed to be in control of everything. And then, we're like, God, get this, get that. I mean, could you imagine that? Could you imagine just trying to breathe, just trying to chill, and you got to do this, do that? I feel like God is breath, if the one that you're looking for. And I feel like we say God, we mean words. So if we are words and we live in words and everything has a name, it's not that this God that you, oh God, okay, well, God has a judicial system that has words set up that are read and spoken a certain way. And I feel as though when it comes down to somebody really putting their hands on you, like really, like not you put your hands on them, you got hit back, not you did something fucked up, you can accept certain things. I'm talking about that person is going out of their way and they're evil to hurt you every single day. There's something that needs to be established, which is a boundary. And if you can't do it socially, you can do it judicially. Meaning, like, if that person doesn't understand that they hurt you to the extent that you need some type of space, and you need to relax and you need to get back to your life, that's a demonic energy. And I feel like we have a judicial system in place to handle people that want to be in a demonic or animalistic, because I don't believe in the devil as a characteristic that separate from us. I believe in the devil being within. And I'll be like, be live, be live. So the devil is lived backwards, and you're in devilish energy if you're not living your life. You're not. You're going backwards. Being the past is the devil, because it's lived, lived devil. That's the opposite reflection of that word if you were to put a mirror next to it. That being said, that's levels of abuse. Second, when it comes down to narcissism, that's just a selfish motherfucker not treat you right. It's no need to diagnose a mental issue with a person if you know that they're off mentally. You know what your spirit is telling you. You don't feel good around that person. You go around Shakira, you feel amazing inside. You feel a lift. Like, this person is my best friend. They love me. That's that energy they're projecting to you. That's the universe telling you that friend is for you. That man is for you. But how hard is it to feel a negative energy inside? It's not. But when you feel that inside about somebody, you know they're not going to treat you right. And it's not personal. But I feel as though when women respect and love themselves, they're going to get love and respect from the man. Any man that doesn't love or respect you, even though you love or respect him and yourself, has a mental issue, has spiritual, emotional healing to go through. And I told my homegirl the other day, I feel like we are spiritually responsible for our men, because I heard a man come on and understand the assignment and say, men are to protect and provide, but women protect in their own way, spiritually. So when they say in the Bible, you raise a man or you raise a child as it should go, you should still be raising individuals, or at least empowering them in the direction, encouraging them in the direction that they're supposed to go into. I hate to say it, but a lot of women need to start to accept the fact that these men are still our sons. And some of these women are our daughters. You see what I'm saying? In a mentality sense of it. Not sit down, shut up. I'm talking about, the women that got the older kids. You be a friend, you guide a little bit. Oh, well, but be a friend because you do not own that soul. When you have a baby, you don't own that soul. That baby comes with its own set of what it's going to do with its life. I understand certain events, we got to, we want to manifest certain things, control choices. But I'm saying, like, what a child is meant to be as far as, being introduced into your family home. Like, okay, we in the ether. We light candles in here, which I don't think is good for kids, but I can definitely teach her about how to bathe. And we definitely are on bathing, you know what I mean? Recently I'm teaching my child how to meditate. I'm teaching my child how to pray because that is a basic need. We all need to connect with the universe somehow. And that is a basic need. But like, that's what I have for right now until she shows me what she wants. I'm not saying raise a child the way it should go as far as indoctrinating it into your principles. I'm talking about what's this child going to become? Check the astro chart. Pray. Do a psychic reading. This child going to become this. Raise that child. Give him the pointers or her the pointers and the encouragement they need to move forward with that guidance. So that's what I got. And I'm still the type of parent where I want to learn. So I never tell myself I know about my kids. I know my kids. There is an extent where I feel as though in my spirit, when something doesn't feel right, I'll say, well, I don't know about that. But I listen to people. I'm open to things because they might know some I don't. I'm open to my child, the way she talks. She tells me secrets and things. And she tells me things that I wouldn't understand. The baby needs this. Or mom, this is what you're thinking. Or this, like, it's really cool to have some respect for my kids, and have some love for my kids because it makes them unfold differently. And it's unfortunate she still be acting out at school. So I try to tell people, be about your boundaries. We got to actually teach people how to treat us. And we do that by accepting and not accepting certain behaviors. And that's not only with our daughters, that's with our man. I'm not saying you got to put a man in his place because he should understand his place. My husband, he say anything disrespectful, or anything disrespectful going on, we go outside. Okay, you're going through something. Because if I didn't do anything wrong, something in my nose. If I didn't do anything wrong or negative, that person is going through a mental illness. That person is going through a temporary situation. They need to heal. That person needs space. That's all that's about. All this shit that your girlfriends say, all this shit the girlfriend said to me, my mom, men are this and that and this and that. And I'm not talking about now. I'm talking about when I was younger, the stuff they would say, how they would always say, when all men cheat. I remember me and my girlfriend had that conversation. All men cheat. And I said, that's not true. You keep telling yourself that. That's what you want to attract. I said to myself, well, I feel as though people, we call it cheating. That's just not telling somebody what you're doing. That could be any situation. I get mad with my husband watching certain shows without me. But I truly believe it's not cheating. It's not what the world told you. I don't like listening to the definitions that the world has given me. I really need to understand the vibration of words, but I just accept them into my reality, operate with them, and project them on others or situations. And cheating is not a good thing. I feel like, I've always been faithful, unfaithful, faithful, it's cool. But it's like faithful to an idea that me and you are for each other. These words, forgive, come on, it's right there and folding into forgive another person. So before they even got a chance to do it again, I gave them another chance. The words is telling you. So it's just kind of like when it come down to the side chick, side John, cheating, like I'm going from the bottom up. I'm going from the worst nigga, the worst woman, the worst treatment to the bottom up. Because a lot of people are confused, and I feel like, well, damn, if I could say my opinion, Kevin Samuels got to go out here and just tear down the black community, black women, didn't give a damn what they were going through, didn't care about their feelings, didn't care about the men, and I think that was an agenda. I think a lot of shit is an agenda. Like, I don't even want to talk about how mass stealing, it makes inflation in the economy. I don't even want to talk about that. Like, people like, why are you stealing and doing citizens arrests? Because we don't feel like paying extra bills and taxes because y'all want to play around. But because when that happened like that, it got massive. There's no way in hell I'm stealing shit without getting arrested. I don't give a damn if it's a piece of paper. If somebody's stealing some shit, they not getting arrested. That's an agenda. They an agent. Okay? This is my thing with women. We really need to learn how to love and respect ourselves. It's a lot of women that are gay because they gave up on dealing with men emotionally, physically. And, you know, I'm not going to tell all my business about my relationship and what we do physically. But what I could say is I had to teach him my body. It doesn't matter the skills he came with, the skills I came with. Everybody has a different rhythm and everything that they want to do is different. So it's just kind of like for y'all to just say, fuck it, I'm going to be gay. He don't know how to eat pussy. I'm going to cheat on this dude. He don't know how to eat pussy. It's fucking crazy. I'm going to cheat on this girl. I feel like men cheat because they're closet gay. They're jealous silently and envious of women because of the black mom over domination syndrome, the black narcissistic mother. Now, I'm saying when it comes down to narcissism, just watch out for that because that might not always be true. Narcissism is an energy attitude, but it's not temporary. Narcissism is a mental disease, and it's really borderline personality disorder. So watch out for that. Watch out for throwing shit at people because when you start talking that shit over people's life, it really start cursing people. You start to experience them that way when you start to have those ideas and believe in that shit with emotional energy. That's what I'm talking about. So what if fuck all cheating and fuck what the girl did and you know, what if you got past the past and past what people told you and you started to say to yourself, I can have love. I deserve love. It's the love I want to have. You start to pray about, well, how could I have this type of love? And actually having faith. I really appreciate my father giving me a really great mental foundation and a spiritual foundation. Even though I think Christianity is misogynistic, I really appreciate that because I was able to establish faith and spiritual power from that. And to truly be honest, it was just an initiation. It's so much more open. It's not just Christianity. It was Hinduism. It was Kemet. I read the Metu Netter. That's a book you can read if you want to understand certain things. You know, you want to be like me and shit. I know it's somebody out there trying to impersonate me, trying to get some money out the bank under my disguise. I know it's like, it's funny because I be going to sleep. I be having some crazy ass dreams. It's crazy because the less money I have, the less bud I buy. And I be dreaming about y'all niggas that don't got no love for me. And it's crazy because I did have money in my personal life. But I just feel like somebody really did throw some negative energy at me. And I'm just now really recovering financially from all the financial abuse. I noticed somebody dipped into a trust fund or inheritance and stole some shit from me. Hey, boo. Good morning. What, you heading out? Yeah. Oh, no. Yeah. Mr. Chris is my baby right there. He's so sweet. I'm telling you, some real good people out here. But anyhow, look at my double chin. My whole family got this shit. On my father's side. Like, what is it? What is it? It's chicken wings. It's chicken wings. Everybody got this. You know you gotta do to get rid of this. Jesus Christ. Anyway, I really love and accept myself for who I am. And, you know, at the same time, I want to present myself to the world the right way. But I don't like being pretentious. And I'm somewhat conservative when it comes down to certain things. I don't want to offend people. But then I'm pretty much a live out loud type of individual. I'm not going to go into a library and scream. I'm not going to talk during a movie. But I'm really the type of person at this point, I don't dim my light for anybody. I know that society tries to push us into a box. And I understand that infiltrated our families and communities. because we were trying to keep up with the Joneses, be like the Joneses. But I have so much peace and happiness within that another materialistic individual would find confusing. There's been times I just stood out on the corner and smiled on the street corner. Wasn't trying to sell no coochie, just happy to be alive, happy to be free. And that did so much for me. There's a lot of people got all the money, all the bitches, got everything going on, but not happy. And people don't understand you're doing this for happiness. So I feel like the men that cheat on women are closet gay. They don't love the women that they're with. They're afraid to admit that they want sexual fantasy, they want sex, but they don't want a committed relationship. Me and my homegirl a long time ago, she don't like me no more, but I'm just playing. If she hear me out, this donut. She said, women are emotional fuckers. When we have sex, after a little while, we have emotions for that individual. I feel as though women should keep their bodies to themselves and go find something else to do. Until not only they get married, but just until that person walks down the aisle with you. You know, it's a lot of times where I really love my husband very much. I said to him, I wish I could have waited. He says to me, I wish I would have met you in high school. I wish we both could have, met at a certain time. I know that your influence would have kept me out of trouble. And I say that to him as well. So that's to tell other people right now that the sex that you're looking for from some guy, the sexual satisfaction you're looking for from some guy is not even reality. First of all, you don't even hit your sexual peak till 25, so you can't even have a full orgasm until your vagina develops. Can you imagine that? Always trying to come because you never got a chance to get to know that one person and tailor them to your body. And the reason that I don't like outside or extramarital affairs or extra relationships for relationships is because you're not able to focus on that individual and build with that individual. You're building with other people. You're letting energy into your relationship, your body, your mind, that is an outer influence that might not even agree with what you're doing. It might pull you away from your life purpose. It might infect your kids. I know some people who are sleeping with other women even though they got one woman pregnant. That kills or alters the baby, their development, their energy, because the energy is not focused on the child. It's negative energy focused on the child, because the side chick don't want the man to have a child. The man don't want the child. So it's a lot of deep things I started to really seriously analyze. And I started to see. And I just feel like I don't have any real eternal peace without really telling people what I've noticed. I just really can't live with myself when I know that I can contribute some ounce of understanding or positivity. So that's my input about cheating, why you shouldn't cheat, why you should wait, be celibate. Because all that sexual energy builds up and helps you manifest. If you give away sexual energy, you keep sleeping with other people, then you don't have enough creative energy to manifest. Like there's certain meditations where you can pull your creative energy, your horniness, or you're longing for euphoria, you're longing for connection into your heart. And do other things, do arts and crafts, you know what I'm saying, until that person comes. You can actually harness your sexual energy to create your true partner. So like how y'all give it away, how this world fool y'all into giving away your energy is siphoning your energy. And that's why you don't have enough energy. A guy come along, they smell all the partners you had. They see all the partners you had. They see all the problems you've been through. And you got to heal. You got to heal your heart. You got to heal your vagina. You got to pull things out of your body. You got to pull things out of your spirit that man ejaculated and laid inside of you. I even talked to a friend, I said, you're not able to have a new relationship with the guy you're dealing with because, not only some people are still married, afraid to get divorced. I don't understand that. But I told a woman, I said, you can't have a relationship with the new guy because the old guy, he's still, first of all, y'all binded in some type of ritual. That's why we need to understand witchcraft because it's all happening. Everything's already magic. So to understand how to operate it is important. And just like they took out financial literacy, they took out spiritual literacy. And it says in Isaiah, we perish for lack of knowledge. And the lack of knowledge is what you need to know about yourself. All women on a basic level are conductors of energy. And I feel like men give energy. So it's just, and women receive it. We send it back out. So how unpleasant would it be that you sitting there with a new guy, you want to indulge in your love relationship and build, but you didn't heal from the last relationship. And I don't mean heal as in go to therapy. I mean put shit in perspective, because that's all therapy does, is it helps you analyze the situation until you understand it never was for you anyway. So what's the use of crying over a nigga that wasn't for you? You need to start celebrating and go out and go do something new. Like, damn, I got that off my shoulders. Because that person could have been coming to you for healing. And that's another thing. You don't like that shit? Tell the universe, I don't want no healing. Tell the universe what you want. I don't want no healing. No guy to heal. I don't want all that. Or heal a relationship. I want a real relationship. I'm ready to get married. And you got to be celibate before that man comes. Or you're not going to be able to locate him. There were so many men coming at me. I was supposed to marry this guy. And I knew from the psychics that this the guy for you. It's the one for you. It's crazy because they, when they the one for you, they will be flexible throughout your growth. They will grow with you. So you don't got nothing to worry about. I got more videos to do. This is how I feel about cheating. My next video going to be about transgenderism. Why they want to do that. Transgenderism is truly from hermaphrodism. When people were trying to choose when they had both genitals. And it's just a surgery that came into, and I talk about gay, all that. I'm talking about all that because I have an opinion, and I'm just wondering if people really understand. I can cover it with facts. I can come with facts and everything like that. But sometimes I wonder if people understand themselves. I like to give out suggestions, see somebody catch on to something like, okay, that might be me. I might be able to relate to that and get some type of guidance out of my dark situation. I mean, like, no matter what we're doing, we just need to be happy. I've seen some killers that got away with some shit just because they happy, they believe they're going to be all right. But if you're confused and you want to untwist yourself from this world, and the reason I'm telling you all this is because I know how this world set motherfuckers up to be against each other, to have a lack of understanding, and to not want to understand each other. Who taught you how to hate yourself? We can't keep saying white folks. That's not the truth. Okay? Because my insecurities come from my ideals about myself. And that's why men want to compete. They're insecure. They think you're going to leave. As soon as they fall in love with you, they start getting crazy and shit. That's why you got to start playing these dudes in a sense that you don't have to hurt nobody, but just, cut it off.